Hello, everyone. My name is the Shinshine.
And I'm
Ew.
Mocha.
Oh, hey, Frappuccino. How are
Yo,
you?
uh, I don't know. I'm pretty
So let's
cool right
talk
now.
about the animation meme community and how toxic it is.
I mean, not the whole entire thing is toxic, but there's parts that are toxic.
It's true. People will scream at you for copying an eye style.
Oh, right, yeah, that's true.
It's like, oh my god, you drew your eyes the same way as insert famous creator here. I'm suing.
But that's like not just the animation meme community. That's like
Yeah, that's like a lot of the art
Tumblr
community.
artists and
I feel like Tumblr is just mostly known for like white knights and feminists.
yeah. Okay.
So to be honest, it kinda is. Like, haven't you heard of the person who almost attempted suicide because people screamed at them for
I hear
making
those
their
things like
slightly
those.
skinnier?
I hear that kind of news, like in a lot of communities, but
And every time they make like a character that's like supposed to be like dark skinned, people will scream at people who make fan art
it's
because their
whitewashing
palette is
or
different.
blackwashing because
But yet they're
this
allowed to like make fan art of a character and make them darker. What you mean?
it's called lighting and it's just like
And remember what happened to Pokemon? What happened?
yeah,
People have different darknesses on their computer screens.
exactly.
I love how we were trying to talk about animation memes and then we went to Tumblr.
Okay, let's talk about
Yes.
animation memes. Okay, do you want to like give a brief explanation of what
Oh yes,
animations
of course.
and memes are?
Once upon a time, in 2001, a band called Caramel made a song called Caramel Dancin'. And then later years, they decided to disband, and someone made a remix. People started drawing it, and then you know what happened. The person who made the remix deleted it. So you know what Japan decided to do? They decided to take their remix without asking, like anime girls dancing in front of it to make people think it's Japanese, and that's how it became so popular. And they didn't
Whoa.
even credit
That's just like the history of how animations were technically created, but
pretty much. So
ex-
then that's what happened.
explain
And
what
that's
like
why
animation memes are. Like
so imagine dancing furry anime music. Done.
let's get in front of a
That's what it
camera
is.
and start dancing to music.
Dancing furry anime music. Perfect. And sometimes they even kill someone.
Haha, yandere.
Yandere.
Okay,
And
so
like
yeah.
and people are shamed for drawing 4 frames of animation. But don't worry, we will add in-betweens so we can look cool. People
Whoa!
Yeah, and people will get offended by the smallest things.
Really,
Like
like,
it's like, oh my god, I can't believe like I've heard people get mad at people who are animation meme animators for making a character with a mental illness, but that person who made that character had that mental illness, and it's like,
okay,
what
how
you mean I'm
about,
doing it
what do you
wrong?
think about characters that are given mental illnesses?
I mean, they do it right, then it's fine, but what I find wrong is that they find little information about the illness and just make it as a thing that they have, and mental illness can really change your character
Yeah, that's true.
on like a deep level. Don't even know about it unless you actually have the mental illness. Maybe look up information about it.
Okay,
Anxiety, so I don't know.
let's like actually talk about the community instead of going into other
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes, okay. So the community can be toxic at its times, but healthy.
what do you think of like the animation memes themselves? Not like with the community with it, not like the
Sometimes
people
they
that.
can be kind of stupid.
Okay, that is true. There's some animation memes that are just like, why did they even exist? They're like two different scenes of literally just them bobbing their head or something.
And I'm gonna tell you something. You know the emotions meme?
Yeah, what
Speed
about?
it up. Speed it up at 2. It sounds like the happiest song ever.
Hold on, I'm searching this up now.
It sounds so happy once you speed it up. It's just like, whoa, what the frick happened? Oh, people, how's it going? As I wait for the
Wait,
Mocha
frick.
to listen to how it sounds. From start to beginning, it sounds a lot different.
Okay, let's choose this Adventure Time one that came up.
It slowed down, so choose the original.
Oh wait, really? That one?
Choose
Okay,
the
let's go
original.
for the original one. Original.
Speed it up at 2. Pause the video, speed it up at 2, and then start it, and then listen to it, and then turn it back to normal speed. Doesn't it sound like a totally different song? For some reason, when I tried that out, like it can sound totally different, but so most animation memes have lyrics, so it's really hard to find a good song that can trick people until the end.
Oh,
So
stupid ad. Okay. Oh, okay.
the
I'm gonna
ad
just
block.
speed it up to 2. Oh yeah, it is like a completely different song. But the emotions meme, I'm gonna be honest, this meme looks really bad, like as a whole. It's just like it's spinning around and then they're changing emotions.
I mean, it's a cool concept to edit like a different way, but to be honest, most animation memes are just like small movements. And
Okay, so speaking of original animation memes, it's
they don't
like
exist.
they don't really exist, but basically just you could there can be different like
You could
original
literally
animation.
take any song and just slap original on it and people will buy it.
Yeah, but then there's also going to be those people that are just like, this is not original. You did not come up with the idea first, and it's like a different part in the song, or it is the same part of the song as someone else, but they're just doing a different thing.
Cough, cough, outer pop mean, cough, cough.
Cough,
Oh
cough.
man, the second that meme came out, I look it up if someone has made it yet. There's like 7. And then
Yeah,
the next week,
exactly.
there's like 20.
It's
Amazing how
original.
every song made by that creator gets made a million times.
Yeah, that is true.
Second they make a song, okay everyone, hurry, we only got a week. We gotta make this quick. Ah!
We got a week or we won't be the very first original and no one would take us seriously.
Oh no!
No, the agony.
Every time I go to an animation like me, I always see like a commenter and they're gacha. And then the first thing I see in the replies are other animation memers like being mean to them just because they use gacha. So that shows how much toxic there is.
The Gacha memes that like they like I wouldn't put it with animation memes, but I would put it just
I
like
put
as a
them in like the tweening place.
yeah,
but,
the
like,
tweening place. I would also put it in like the edits
close
place
in the
or like
I'd keep them like in the middle because like technically like they used it as a base, but if they use it enough to where they use mostly drawing, then I would put that closer to actual tweening.
tweening and edits or what I would put it in because it's
I
just
mean,
like
would you like to see some of my edits?
sure.
Okay, I'll send it to you in the DMs. But I'll show you my most recent one. Up, lol. Before my tablet decided to die on me.
Tablet is dead.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, there are so many memes out there that, like, one day we're just gonna run out of songs, but to be honest, we're not because so many creators make songs.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my most recent one. Gotcha edit to you.
Let's watch this video.
I've seen many great gotcha memes, but at the same time, I always see the same type of ones by the same creators. And then when I see one from a not so famous one, I'm just like, why don't they get the attention that they need? And
That's
then
like with a lot of fandoms, like there's certain people that are just so underrated that it's just like why isn't like why aren't they being put out there as much as these people that don't even put like as much time and effort into theirs?
it's so sad when someone makes a video that's literally just 4 frames of animation and then that's their most viewed video. And then when they actually make good content, nobody watches it because they're too into the one that sucks in their mind.
Exactly.
That happens a lot in the art community, and because the animation community is part of that, I'll stick it with animation memes.
Okay. How about we talk about the good parts of animation memes? Because we kind of been talking about like all the parts that most of the community is known
The bad
for.
stuffs.
Yeah.
I mean, like, people like crap on the Gacha community just because a bunch of kids do dumb stuff.
Yeah, but if you're a kid, you're going to do dumb stuff, which is something that I kind of realized later than I should have. Like, not every, like, kids are just having fun and, like, the.
Are you sure about that? Because, like, you know how everyone goes through that phase where they think that, wait 1 second, where they think, they're so mature. And I feel like the gotcha people who make those terrible content about gotchas who literally look like lollies do it in the bed.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. I'm saying, like, the animation memes that are created like with those super fast frames and then it's just like it looks like scribbles on the page or whatever.
You have to like match it to the tempo, and that's kind of hard. So
Yeah,
I kind of
it's
wish that
hard, but the
people who do well get more attention that they deserve than these people who make 4 frames of animation every day.
yeah, but those are usually like people that are 8, 7 years old maybe, and they're just having fun and they're just getting into animation memes, and that's what
Then
I
some random adult being an a-hole decides to make a cringe comp of them and laugh at
exactly.
them.
Over time
That's
I
so
like
rude. Never make fun of children
I
when
used
you're a
to
literal adult.
I used to like those videos, but I like
The more you
again,
realize they're literally just pooping on
they're
children.
literally just getting they're just like trying to get
They're literally
views.
telling children that they suck. I've also seen those with gotcha
Exactly.
videos, and those get famous too. But those are children. Guess
And then
what? The
those
gotcha
are
community,
and then there's
90% of it is children. So why would you like crap on literal children?
and then
That's
there's
rude.
some that create those cringe comps that are children themselves. It's
And
like
it's stupid.
it's
Don't make fun of people just because you have no life.
it's like they're trying to get better. And those people that
To
are
get
creating
edgy.
animation memes.
They're trying to be edgy and laugh at people for their cringe, but most of the people that make these cringe, I can tell that they're either children or just so like not, I would say, because most of these like videos they seem like they'd be made by someone under 10.
The cringe comp videos, like they probably have went through that phase themselves.
They got to
And
do something to get rid of what they did. So,
exactly.
if you were one of those people making a cringe comp, don't call it a cringe comp. Call it reviewing memes.
Meme
'Cause
review.
yes, just like him. Meme review, animation meme, animation meme review. AMR is a great show. Yes, he's technically being like mean to them, but at the same time, he's rating them, and he's like, he doesn't have much experience with it, and that's why he's rating it from his point of view. And that's why he gets guests who are in the animation meme community to like see if they agree. And they usually agree because, and also the fact that he doesn't crap on children, he craps on people who want to be crapped on.
That like if they're one of those people that are immediately just like calling out that that should be called cringe or whatever, then it's fine there.
What I agree on calling cringy are those fangirls who think that they own a character. But don't make fun of children when most children, if they say their age, they're honest.
Yeah.
So please don't wreck on children. They
Don't
don't deserve
wreck
that,
on children. Just don't.
my friend. Anyways, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
Um okay. So back to like animation memes themselves without the people or the community. Talking
See, the
about
first thing I look up on animation meme. Get edgy. Edgy everywhere. Oh god, that's a lot of edgy.
see, that's why it's like the people that create bad parts in the fandom or any fandom in general, just like they bring all these bad views from people that are outside of it.
Oh, most of these are just like okay, so most of these are either edgy, the rest like okay, so 70% edgy, 20% crap post, and 10% other. That's the first thing I did when I looked up animation meme on YouTube. Let's see what happens when I look up animation meme on Google. Yes, more edge.
There's like a lot of edge that just like gets out to people that are
Oh
outside of
my
the
god,
fandom.
there's a definition as well. An animated meme is a recent trend that involves a character, which can be anything from a dog to a human. Usually they are dancing to music. Animation memes commonly have the character doing a variety of facial expressions and poses. I mean, that's true.
That's a pretty
People
good
literally
explanation without
and
saying the people in the community.
yes. And most of the time when it's other facial expressions, they just like bop.
And
So
that's
it's like
not really
they
a
have one
face.
emotion and then they bop into changing a face. And when they do change faces and it is animated, it's animated well, but they don't get enough attention for it, which sucks.
Yeah.
People can do very well, but at the same time,
Like, there's good people that make good animations for the animation meme community, but they don't get enough
then
recognition for, like, as much as the other people that just, like, are cringy and stuff like that.
sucks.
And it's just like, why? Why would you give more attention to those that don't even deserve it? Okay. Oh, you were
Sorry, just had
talking
to do some.
about Gacha memes
Oh yes,
before.
let's talk about the Gacha.
Why don't we talk
So
about the Gacha community?
let's talk about that community because I know a lot more knowledge because it is a big community.
I do not know as much about the Gacha community than I
You got
do
a
the
person who
animation
knows
memes.
about the Gacha community and somebody who doesn't. So I grew up with Gacha. When Gacha World came out, I played it. It was a great game. I loved it. I never got to play any boss battle. I never got to play the final boss because I sucked at the game and only got to I forgot his name.
I have never heard of Gacha World
Oh my god, you don't know Gacha World?
I
That's where it
told
all
you I don't.
started.
I'm not
Gacha World
in.
was an RPG game that Lunami made.
Oh, I've seen
Company
this before, but I
started.
just.
So then what happened? Gacha Studio came out because people wanted more customization of their avatar, but at the same time, Looney decided that maybe he should add some movie to it. Looney is a guy in real life. It's amazing. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Yes, he really likes ducks.
Okay,
That's what I
so
know.
the Gacha community has a really bad look on it, just like the animation meme community. But
It all
like,
started. It was all just cringy stories like the hated child became a hybrid princess and then became this princess of the galaxy and then married a wolf hybrid. The end.
the app itself is not bad. It's like
Yes.
pretty
I've
good.
also heard some reviews of people who never heard of the community, and okay, so let me tell you about the apps that are actually used. So Gacha Studio, Pocket Chibi, Gachaverse, and Gacha Life. And soon Looney will make 2 new games, Gacha Club and Gacha Life 2. Those will be the final games for Gacha, and then he will start making new games without the Gacha name. The reason why it is called Gacha is because the original game, it was known for being a gacha. Gashapons are, as you know what Gashapon is.
No.
Oh my god. So you know those gumball machines you see in the stores and they have
Oh.
capsules in it? Kind of like that.
Oh, I
Gacha was
see.
known for that because you can gacha your characters. He also made side games that had more gachas in it.
Are you reading off of something? Or is this all in your mind?
Nah, man, this is all in my mind because I played
Wow.
the games.
You should like write a review of Gacha just like off the top of your head, just online or something.
That shouldn't exist, like gacha fidget spinner. Like,
That's just like why. But, you know, the app itself is good.
excuse me, I still have more to talk about.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so it all just started with dumb stories, and then some people decided to make gotcha memes. But because nobody knew about gotcha editing, they would just be the characters and their poses moving left, right, left, right, right, left, right.
Take it back now, y'all. What hop this
Yes,
time?
hops this time.
Okay.
That's what they would do. They would do like the normal stuff, but then Gotchaverse came out with animated poses. And here's the
Ooh.
thing. Back in Gacha Studio, uh, their edits were a lot different from now. Editing in Gacha Studio, they didn't have the shines, they didn't have the shading. No, they had you take a naked person and you make your own clothes and hair. That was Gacha editing at the time.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that still exists, like
Yes, but
today.
it's different now. Now Gacha is mostly known for shining and shading. People will crap on you for doing bad shading now. When back in the Gacha Studio days before you youngings, Gacha Studio was so much different. And
Like, did they? Okay. Well, I mean, it's still good now.
yes, that is truly true. But some people can just
It's just there's
suck.
parts of it that are bad. There's some YouTubers that make like amazing stories, like Midori
Yeah,
stories.
yes, haven't you heard of his new show? But it also sucks because most of the shows are made by girls. And when you watched Midori Stories and his new show, It Sucks to Be Me, all of the guys are voiced by him.
Oh wow. Yeah,
He
that's
had to get
true.
girl
It's
voice
like
actors, but he had to voice all the guys because there's not many guy gotcha tubers.
okay, so the voice acting in that, I didn't like it that much, but it was still
Could
like
be better,
yeah,
but
it
I
could
think
be
it's
better.
because the girls they still had to go through their transitional phase, so they sounded like 12-year-olds.
It's like that Midori stories makes is like you can make that kind of stuff with Gacha and like all the Gacha's
Yes, he makes
apps.
small mistakes, but everyone makes mistakes, and I think it's because English probably isn't his first language.
But
So yeah, don't crap on people who make bad grammar in gotcha if they are either young children or oh wait, so or English isn't their first language. Like, don't do that, please.
just don't. It's like don't make a fun of children in any way
Don't make fun
usually.
of people who don't know English that well. That's rude. Because most gotchas, when they want to make stuff, a lot of people make it based off in Japan, and then they don't know what most of the honorifics mean because they didn't learn.
They
They didn't
just
make enough
they
research.
just watch anime and they think that they know what Japan is
Yes,
like.
because senpai totally means lover and totally does not mean
Yes,
upperclassman.
of course.
And definitely, Chan is definitely made for saying cute things. But, like, so for you cringy gacha tubers who want to use these honorifics, let me tell you what they all mean because I decided to do research. Up again, I think I
It's like you need to know your setting well enough if you're going to use it in whatever you're making.
I have literally done like dumb Japanese scripts and they have decent writing. Because guess what? I learned how the honorifics work. So let me tell you how the honorifics work. Formal Japanese honorifics, sama. So sama is normally like the more formal way for san when you want to like. So have you heard of kami-sama?
Yes, I
Kami-sama
have.
means God in Japanese
Ah, yeah,
because
that
they
makes
respect him. Kami means God, and because he is respected, they call him Kami-sama. So sama is a respectful way for saying san. It's used again, and san, since it's, common for honorifics, so you can like call someone who you don't know that well, but they are your peer. Shan is mostly used for cutesy people or friends or beloved people that you are very close to. And also, kun is a nice way for saying chan, but mostly for males because chan it's mostly used for friends who are really close, and because of that, chan is only used for like young boys. So kun is where it's at.
it's where it's at. Okay, yeah. Learning
Yes.
Japanese honorifics with Shiny.
Yes. And also, senpai does not mean lover. So,
Ooh.
in anime, you would see that characters would call each other senpai. In Love Live, they called Nico senpai because Nico is a third in her final year, while the other characters, the main characters, they are in their second year, so they would call her senpai because she is their senpai. So, pretty much. So, here's how it works. If you're a first year, a final year would be your senpai. But if you are very close to them as a second year, and if you were a third grader yourself, you would call them Sean if you aren't that close to them. That's pretty much how it works. Sensei means teacher, obviously, everyone
Yeah.
knows that. Also, one thing about Japan, don't call people by their first name if you don't know them. So in Japan, their language is written from right to left.
Yeah.
That is why manga is right to left.
Right to left.
You idiots. Because kanji is written like that. And also, another thing about the calling each other by first name, you see, everyone calls each other by last name unless they are extremely close. Heck, some married couples don't even call each other by first name because they feel like they aren't that close.
Ooh,
That's
that's
why in
gotta hurt.
anime, characters don't normally call each other by first name, and that's why you some people get confused about which is first or last name because some characters will call them by last name, but some characters will call them by first name. So, do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Let's teach everyone what romanji is. Do you know what romanji is?
No.
Weeaboos who think that they can write Japanese, but they instead write it in English.
Oof.
Pretty much writing Japanese, but in English, and that is what romanji is. Please don't do that. You know that you're writing romanji. Please don't act like you are actually Japanese by saying, "Oh my god, it's so cute and kawaii." So you're pretty much saying, "Wow, it's so cute and cute." Jeez, that sounds
Don't mix the
weird.
languages together, just like in general.
Please don't. Don't be a weeaboo. Don't think that you're Japanese because you watch Naruto.
It starts.
Also, people don't know what weeaboo means. Please don't call yourself a weeaboo. People will think you're crazy. Is someone who thinks that they are actually Japanese because they watch anime and
It's
they
like
want to be Japanese and they will do anything to be Japanese and will even try to kill themselves so then they could be reborn into an Asian person.
it's like if you
Also,
it's
they
those
speak in
people.
Romanji and they're stupid.
It's those people out there that just like they watched a bunch of anime and they're like a super like
They
anime fan and they're just
they
like
remembered all of the Naruto like hand signs.
and they're like if I move to Japan, they'll accept me there. Not in America, like not like here
Here's
in
the thing.
America or whatever.
In Japan, people will assume you don't know Japanese if you don't look Japanese. So they'll be like, "No, speak English" in a Japanese
They'll
accent
still think
because
you're
they will
crazy.
assume that you only speak English. And when you try to speak your broken Japanese to them, they're gonna be so confused. And that's why you don't use Google Translate to talk to people.
Exactly. It's just use your brain
Yes,
in these
because
situations.
literally a Japanese YouTuber got a bunch of messages from people trying to send them Japanese stuff, and then they decided to read them in actual Japanese and put the English subtitles under. And one of them was like trying to say, "Yeah, I can speak Japanese. Don't call me out." But then when it was translated in Google Translate, it says, "Call me out. I'm Japanese." That's why you don't use Google Translate to talk
It's
to
just it
people.
doesn't work. And some of the things when you like translate it out of Japanese, it's like it doesn't make much sense when you have it in English.
Like, I would call myself an otaku because I grew up with anime. If it wasn't for anime, I wouldn't be where I am now.
I wouldn't call myself an otaku. I just like I didn't like have anime as much when I was
I
growing
have a
up.
ton of like anime posters, so yes, I would call myself an otaku, but I don't think I'm Japanese. But I am Asian, so I got that. Ha, suck on that. So yeah. Also, what country are you from?
I'm from America, but
I
I'm
mean your freaking background.
oh, well, I'm Filipino. So,
Oh, I'm mostly Cambodian.
ooh. Ooh.
I have 12.5% Chinese because my great grandmother on my mom's side was Chinese.
Oh,
So then it got passed down daughter by daughter by daughter. And
I'm a
then
quarter
I got,
Chinese.
yeah, but I don't know, I might have a little bit of Japanese in me. Just
It's
need to
like
do a
the
test.
0.000.
Oh, sweet. Now I can't be called an otaku. It's like, imagine being like half Asian. I don't even know what that life would be. But like I do notice that my eyes are slightly slanted, only
Weeaboos when they
slightly.
find out that they're 0.1% Japanese.
Oh my god! Now I won't be called a weeaboo anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we were talking about Gacha before. We kind of went into the anime. Like,
These BS gotcha tubers be like, yes, I totally speak Japanese. And then I read it and yes, I did learn Japanese
yes,
from
I did learn.
anime. I'm ashamed of myself.
It's okay.
I even have a whole script that's like Nyaneko Sugar Girls, but Japanese.
Learning Japanese isn't bad, but if you're learning Japanese
But
because
for
you
some reason, I
watch
feel kind of jealous
anime,
of my sister because she's taking a Japanese class. So now she
you
doesn't
can
need to
learn
listen.
Japanese, it's fine. But like if you're learning it because you watch anime and stuff like that, then you're doing it for
Do
like the
that.
wrong reasons.
Like, unless you want to move to Japan, that's a good reason. But like, you can just go to Japan and only know like simple phrases and look Asian, and that'll be good enough.
Just like
Like, you just need to learn certain things. Find my script of dumb Japanese words so you can learn Japanese words from Shiny.
whoa,
Oh my god, you're gonna learn so much Japanese. I'm so sorry.
it's fine.
Oh, if you want to say I love you in Japanese, say aishiteru. Because aish means love. And I think I need to do more. So everyone knows the basic nani,
Yeah, but that's
but
just like
because of memes, but
yeah.
nandesu. But I, for some reason, had to force myself to learn what daijabu desuka means. It means ah, frick, I forgot. Okay, so it's in my script, but I'll 1 second.
You made a script.
1 second.
Just like
made a dumb freaking script, but I don't regret it. Because now I know so many Japanese words, and when I listen to anime,
I
I'm like,
have
God.
full power because I learned Japanese.
I can now call myself Japanese. Okay, so yes, now I remember because yes, okay, so it means are you okay, which makes sense because after remembering the words, it makes sense. So, oh my god, this is so cringe. So, hi means yes, okay. And from something I've learned in anime, people in Japan are extremely polite.
Yeah, they're like
Barely say
most
no. And they're
Asians learn to be polite when they're young, so they have manners for like their whole entire life.
they are so respectful. You don't even know. They're way more respectful.
Isn't it like
Desu.
in Japanese, a lot of the words just like there's certain words that mean the same thing, but it all depends on how you say it.
Ah, yeah, true. Because the first part of arigato sounds like ansar. Also, all Japanese words, I'm pretty sure they all like most of them end with like a vowel, or will have the Asian accent in it because like they all have that oh sound to them.
I don't think they sound.
Chi ni san gu gu gu
Oh
I
yeah.
e. Yes, I learned Japanese numbers.
Oh
I can
no.
count to 5.
Wow.
San gu gu. Oh my god, I am so embarrassed. Why did I do this to
It's
myself?
okay.
Sugoi. And remember the kawaii voice meme?
There's a lot of kawaii
Oh my
voice
god,
memes.
every one of them has the same 2 words. Okay, let me remember what the words are. Oh, I'm gonna have to ruin your innocence. 2 of the words are bad words.
I'm not that innocent, so I don't really care.
There's also some more basic words like kawaii. Obviously, everyone knows that one. So desu technically isn't a word. It is. Let me remember what it was. So the meaning of desu, it's just like it is and to be. If you noticed in most things, the Japanese words are said backwards because it's written like that. So there is also konnichiwa, bakumon gatari, which means monster.
I didn't know
It's
that.
those rice balls. Ohayo means good morning, and ohayo gozaimasu means good morning, but more polite. Yes, they all have extremely polite versions.
They have to make a
Zetsuboshi
polite version of
and
every word in their
Zetsuboshita
dictionary.
means well. Joe. Okay, let's say that. Okay, so there are 2 types of anime: shoujo and male one.
I I'm pretty sure I know the word. There's like different ones because depending on your age
Oh yes,
range.
shonen and shoujo. So there are 2 different animes for girls and boys.
Yeah.
So, and everyone knows this one, Hajime Mashite. Hajime Mashite means like nice to meet you. That is the proper way to say it. And it's polite. So
Wow.
Oni-chan means big brother, and One-chan means big sister, and Imoto means younger sister.
What about younger brother?
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh,
You're gonna have to look that up yourself. So the
you're
funny thing about the word lolly, it technically means little girl, but most lollies are adults, so it's like I don't think you should be called lolly. But if they're actually like 7, then you can call them a lolly.
that's okay. So,
You
are
like to
we
learn more
done with your
Japanese?
Japanese lesson yet?
Oh, yes. Let's stop learning Japanese. You guys probably learned enough Japanese from me.
You should add in like this segment right here. You should edit it down to make it like
You don't know how many
learning
times
with
I think about.
Shiny.
You don't know how many times I think about like wanting to make a video about teaching weeaboos actual Japanese, but I have seen Koreaboos before. Imagine like saying I am not Gwenchana right now on a daily basis. That's stupid. Don't do that. And saying onion as onion. Nice
Onion.
with your
Onion.
onion opar. Where did the R come from, you idiot? And then when people use opar, like it doesn't even have an R in it. Why? And then they use it on girls, even though it's like used for males. And people are like, "Oh my God, your abs are so daebak," which means amazing, very big, beautiful.
Big and
Oh,
beautiful.
so now we're on a Korean lesson.
Okay, can we just ease out of this lesson here or whatever we're learning because we
Okay,
switched from
so since
Japanese to
we're both
Korean.
of the Asian, have you ever had those moments where you felt too Asian? I do. When my friends are like, "Aw man, I've never tried boba tea," and I'm like, "Ha, you peasants." Maybe I should
Boba
go to
tea was
Taiwan.
pretty good the
See
first
how
time I tried it.
I like boba tea. I have it every time I go out with In the Middle guy.
Oh, well, I can't have those luxuries because, like,
Go to Taiwan, dude. That's where it originated.
well, I would do that sometime in my life.
I eat a lot of Asian snacks. I eat pocky,
Pocky
dried
is
seaweed,
best.
rice cookies, mochi. I've never tried ice cream mochi, but I'll definitely try it soon because I see it all everywhere, and I'm like, it's so close yet so far. And the middle guy let me buy that. So, fun fact: all my siblings are not fully related to me.
There's like this one store. It's like an Asian store that my mom would take me to
Oh my god, I have one of
sometimes.
those too.
Yeah, but it's like
My
so far away that's the only way I can actually get anything
mine is
Asian
like
related.
mine is right next to like the actual mall because like there's an Asian street right next to it, and it's just full of like
Uh,
boba tea and an Asian bakery,
uh,
so I can get as much like buns as I want. I also have dim sum a lot, so my Chinese is kicking in.
I would love
Yeah,
to be able to like have more Asian foods and snacks, but I just can't
I
because
can
it's
just have
too
unlimited every day because I just like go out with my dad and be like, "Hey, buy me that," and he's like, "Fine."
stiff. Fine.
Yeah, but then 2 seconds later he buys beer that's like twice the amount of that after he screamed at me for it being too expensive.
Oh.
Does that a lot. Like we go out, I'm like, "Hey, can we buy this?" And he's like, "Oh my god, that's $8. We can't buy that." So then I have to buy the one that's $3. But then he goes to the beer section and buys a $15 6-pack of beer. Of the year award.
Wow.
Yeah, we have priorities.
We have priorities here in this family.
That Reddit post I saw about the kid who saved up money to buy a chocolate bar, but then his mom used it for cigarettes.
Oh, that's so sad.
Then a person gave them more money to the kid, but then the mom took his money and then used it to buy more cigarettes.
Oh, this is
That's so mean. He couldn't even
depressing.
buy his gumbo.
He
Yeah,
just
I
wants
know.
a chocolate bar. Can you at least give him that?
Oh, right? Like, she had enough money to buy him at least one, but she had to buy 2 packs.
She could have literally just gave him the one half for the money and then like got the chocolate bar.
At least give him enough to get a gumball. Like, geez.
It's just why?
Why are parents like this? I feel like if you're not ready to be a parent, like you should go to the doctors when you're like 3 months pregnant and then say I'm not ready and either have an abortion or once you give birth to the child, they will find a couple that wanted children, but they cannot have it because of something in their DNA.
Yeah, that's like good, but if you're just like gonna be making these kinds of choices, when you're having the child or when you like already have the
People
child?
should just have an abortion. Yeah, you're killing a baby, but it's for the best. If you're not ready, okay. If you're going through
If you're not
problems,
gonna be able to
that's
take
good.
care of the child, then like
Are 15, then please, if you are not ready, just let it go
teen
before you have
mom.
to give it away. I mean, like, I've never thought about like if my siblings would be my parents because they're all my half siblings. So
Ooh.
yeah, I only have like half siblings. That's the closest thing I have to full siblings. I also have an ex sister-in-law and a brother-in-law.
I only have one sister and
Lame. Can you compare to my 8 siblings?
oh,
Together they make 4 once they get fully connected.
when they fuse together, they become
And then they fuse again. Steven Universe. We will fuse, and we will fuse, and we will
fuse. Okay.
So, yeah.
Should we move back to where we were before? Or
It's
should we?
amazing that we went from animation memes,
Gotcha.
French comps, gotcha, Japanese lesson,
Korean.
and now we're at being Asian.
And then
So,
now
yeah.
we're at having abortions.
Abortions be like. Okay, let's go back to Asian snacks because we're super Asian.
Okay, Asian snacks.
Yan Yan biscuits.
Yes.
They are great.
They're amazing.
I wouldn't try the Pocky challenge, but they
Oh,
taste good.
nah. Yeah, the Pocky just by itself.
It's delicious.
I
I remember one time I brought my cookies and cream to like school, and then this kid asked if it's weed.
Does it look like weed?
Does it look like a weed, you idiot? Yeah, that was.
I want to
stupid.
buy one of those like large packs of Pocky one day that have just like different kinds of Pocky.
And I wish that we were all like super close. Either like you guys have to drive over to a certain place in America and I fly over to you guys, or you guys can fly over to me and I can show you the culture of Canada and show you what poutine is.
I've been to Canada a couple times. I don't remember where in Canada.
Yo, like, so maybe I should just like learn more French and move to Montreal in Quebec. They still have bagged milk there, so I probably survive.
Bagged milk? Why do you have bagged milk?
Than you think.
No, it's just like...
It looks stupid, but it's actually a lot easier than a carton.
But cartons you can drink out of. Well, you can drink out of bags too, but like...
That's the best part. You get like a whole box with it. Like...
What about...
So if you get cartons, you have to get a box of cartons. But you can have the same bin to use to pour in your milk.
What
so
about...
you can just recycle over and over.
What about
and buy
powdered
tons
milk?
Of bags. Yes.
What?
What are you talking about?
What about powdered milk? Like the powdered milk that you have to stir inside of water to make it into milk.
Well, yes. Well, to be honest, all milk is technically water.
I don't want to think about that right now.
It is water.
Yeah,
the
but
reason
you
why
don't...
It says 2% on it is because it's only 2%
you don't
milk.
Mix...
Because you can't just drink it straight out of the cow.
You don't mix powder with water to create
with the water,
milk. How do you think the first guy who discovered milk figured out about milk?
Who decided that it was a good idea to put milk before cereal?
Who decided to put the bowl before cereal?
Oh no.
Have a bowl, Mr. Squidward.
We used paper plates before Yes, in this world, paper plates like were made before. Oh, since we're on the topic of since we went from anime to Asian stuff, let's go back to anime and talk about dating sims.
Ooh, okay.
Playing this idol dating sim called Blush Blush, and it's ruining my whole life. I'm
So
doing this just so I can see men shirtless. God freaking damn it.
I don't play
So
dating sims, but
imagine, like, these are real, like, these guys can be real pricks. It's like, oh, yeah, I'll be your boyfriend, but first you gotta buy me the most expensive Rolex watch in the goddamn world.
they're not even you earn money by just like doing
You don't know the
nothing.
crap I've done. Like, I'm a seamstress, I'm a maid, I'm a musician, I'm a baker, I'm a coffee barista, I'm a nurse, I'm a teacher, I'm a streamer, I'm a writer, I'm a pit mechanic,
There's
I'm a
so many.
politician, and I am a pharmacist. I got like
Uh,
20 jobs, and I
I
still can't afford a
am
non 2 trillion.
Iron Man.
Guys can just be so expensive. Nim is probably the cheapest guy, but that's probably because he's the first guy that everyone knows. But
Since
sometimes these guys could just be like extremely short and then just go to extremely tall.
since I don't play dating
Nim?
sims, what's your favorite dating sim you've ever played of all time?
Ah, crap. It's been a while since
Like
I played a dating
best
sim.
story, the best characters, just like the best you've ever.
Every dating sim has the most typical characters. We got the token tsundere, who is either the childhood friend or the first girl, and she will always be chosen because first girls are always chosen.
But what about
And then we got the nice one that never gets chosen because they can't confess their feelings because they're such a doormat. Got the sporty one who never gets chosen because too many sports. We got the very interesting one
the very interesting one?
that is only made for kinks.
Isn't that usually like
Extremely beautiful one, the perfect girl, the A+ girl,
perfect girl?
romantic, the clumsy one, and best of all, girl killing people just because.
Okay.
Imagine how stupid that is. Like, you believe that your boyfriend might cheat on you, so you're gonna kill his sister just in case.
It's just like trust, please.
Leave Miyamoto out. Trust issues. Literally, yanderes are just girls who have too many trust issues.
Exactly. So, favorite anime all time.
Neko Sugar Girls.
Why?
Period. It's turning 10 years old next year.
Whoa.
So, yeah, it's really old.
Still
And the
alive.
creator's still active on DeviantArt.
Whoa.
Still alive.
Staying alive. Okay.
So nobody knows who drew them, but apparently from watching their DeviantArt, they have friends who are really good at drawing, so they probably got their friends to draw it. Nobody knows if they're joking or not. And also, did you know that Hitoshi is voiced by a girl? Yes, Hitoshi is voiced by a girl.
Probably. Well, wait, no.
Yeah, if you pitch his voice up and then like make it go faster, it sounds exactly like a girl with a deep voice. Voice actor as the girls. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, these guys are like extreme pricks.
What now?
Obviously, we go and talk about the most toxic fandoms we've been in.
We went over animation memes.
I'm gonna admit
Gacha.
something to you. I was in Five Nights at Freddy's fandom.
I still am.
People will scream at you if you don't believe in their lore.
No, well, what do you mean?
Like, someone will make a theory and it's like, excuse me, my theory is correct, and if you don't believe in me, you're stupid.
I follow game theories.
People will fight you over if you ship an animatronic chicken or an animatronic
Okay,
fox.
so over time, I'm pretty sure that's like people have grown out of doing that, but that was definitely like a thing that happened a lot back in like 2014, 15,
And I've noticed
16.
that most people, when they drew Chica, they didn't even draw her beak. They would just draw a circle around her mouth that's orange, and that's her beak.
They
Because
use
they can't
Circle
draw
Tool and MS Paint.
Yeah. Aw, man, the good old days.
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's. Just like it was such a big part of my life that.
I just kind of grew out of it because it was cringy. I even made an old dumb OC.
Oh
That was
wow.
just a
I never made an OC that was in the Five Nights at
yellow,
Freddy's.
bright freaking yellow.
It was like, it was like a neon yellow.
It was worse than that.
Oh wow, that's even.
1 second.
We can continue talking about FNAF if you want to. I was actually listening to a bunch of FNAF nostalgic songs before I started talking to you.
And now you're just like, oh man, the nostalgia. It's all
The
back.
nostalgia.
Oh, Frank, it's coming back. It's coming back. Isn't it amazing how Minecraft is so in season now?
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it so much.
About it. But then Creeper Aw Man happened, and it's like, Creeper.
Oh man.
So we back in the mine.
Got her pickaxe swinging from side to side.
Hey, wanna make a Minecraft album?
Oh, wait, what? I
Yeah,
mean,
we just sing Minecraft songs. I used to
rule the world.
Times with load when I gave the word. Now every night I go and stow away.
I never actually stopped playing Minecraft. I still continued playing it, even though it started to die down.
Good building. I'm gonna admit that.
You what?
That don't match. But then I'm starting to get better, so let's hope I can.
I want to play Minecraft now.
Damn it.
Do you have Minecraft on your PC?
I can find a download. Wink, nudge, nudge.
Wait. So you do have it, you just need to download it?
I've been thinking about it because I only have Minecraft on my PS4.
It's...
And I've also been kind of feeling like playing an anime MMORPG recently. I'm just like, these MMORPGs just aren't my style. I want anime.
Play Minecraft with an anime texture pack.
Aw, man. So, wanna go through a nostalgia run?
Okay. What kind of nostalgia run are you speaking?
The Papa games.
The Papa games?
They're like 10 years old now, 20 years old. Really old. They're really old, like 10 years old.
I don't know what the Papa... Oh, wait! The Papa games. I thought you said like the pop-up games or something like that.
Papa games.
Those games? Okay.
Paparia. Apparently they're gonna end because of Flash.
I didn't play the Papa... Like, I played them, but I would sometimes get frustrated during those games.
So far, but like I thought that it like went forever. Nah, man, there's actually an end.
Is there a storyline to the Papa games?
Yeah, at the end you get rewarded. You know how all the games you end up at the job because of something dumb? Yeah, those stuff, it gets all fixed and then you finally get what you wanted at the
No, I mean like all of them coming together into one big storyline.
For some reason, Papa has a lot of stores, but he's so lazy that he can't even, like, serve them properly. So conveniently, like, I lost my apartment because someone scammed me. But Papa's there, like, hey, work for me. And I'll pay, and then you can
Papa is like a god that ascends from the heavens when you lose when you need money.
Getting harassed by these customers for putting the pickles slightly off the burger, and then he comes at the end of the week and it's like, here's your money. He's like, oh my god, Papa, you saved my life.
Okay, I'm back.
I love like cartoons and shows where the anatomy is really stupid because it's just like it has such a great twist on it, and that's why I really like Total Drama Island series.
Total
which
Drama Island was like amazing.
I don't like the kindergarten reboot thing.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that.
It was weird. It's weird. And did you know that Lindsay was supposed to be the Heather of the original show?
Wait, really? Wow.
Yeah, and Gwen's original name was Heather. So then they took the personalities of both those characters and made our loving character Heather.